you're actually involved in some pretty cool projects right now. Yeah. Some commercial real estate projects in New York City?
Yes, Times Square, right across the street from Quads.
Okay.
It's right across the street actually from Quads, $20 million Charlie Fox. We got a dispensary with my boys S.L. Green. I went with the president, Andrew Mathias. You'll probably hear about Floyd Mayweather talks about him a lot too all the time. Like, yeah, he got investments with him, but they're like one of the biggest real estate commercial companies in the country. So we did the project. Make sure y'all go tap in. Dispensary, 719 Times Square, right across the street from Quads, where I got locked up, the legendary Quads. I also got I invested in a clinic in Texas as well.
What kind of
my own clinic is how you say it?
Fertility clinic?
Yeah, not fertility. You get to go X-rays and all the other.
Oh, okay, like a wellness clinic.
I guess so.
Something
You get
like that,
X-rays and all of that.
Okay.
But it's called the Honeycomb. The Honeycomb Clinic is right across the street from the Turkey Leg, one of the most famous restaurants inside. One of the most famous restaurants inside Texas, Houston.
With the Turkey Leg Hut?
Yeah, it's right across the street from it.
They're out of business.
What, Turkey Leg Hut?
Yeah.
You lying. I just went there like 2 years ago.
They got shut down, and I think one of the owners is being charged by the feds.
What?
For like
I'm going to
arson
I'm
and
going
all
to Texas
type.
on the 20th.
Oh, no, you're not going to Turkey Leg Hut. I can guarantee you that.
No, I think it's Austin, though. I'm going to Austin. Damn.
All of them are shut down.
Or?
Yeah.
The damn.
Yep. Well, the founders got a divorce. There was all types of lawsuits, and there was criminal activity. I think that the husband got arrested for arson and a whole bunch of crazy shit. So yeah, Turkey Leg Hut.
I just met the nigga. I just met him when I was down there.
Well,
damn.
You probably won't meet him again. He may be locked up. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, Vlad is stupid.
That might be the last meeting.
Vlad is stupid. Vlad is stupid. But I'm also going into ETM.
What's that?
I got some ETM.
Ethereum?
Yeah, no. Said theory. ETM music.
What's it? Oh, EDM.
Yeah, EDM.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant I thought you meant something else. Okay.
So I'm doing a song. I'm also about to put out some music with Diplo and Jazz.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the homie. With Diplo.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diplo, my son.
I spent New Year's with him one year. Yeah.
Well, after we get off the interview, I'm gonna play some songs that we working on right now, and then I'm doing some with Jazzy too as well, inside piece and
Well, that's where we're gonna end it, man. Bobby Shmurda, we finally made it happen. We've been in contact over the years. We did the jail interview. Jenny Boom Boom did an interview with you.
Who's Jenny Boom Boom?
From Connecticut. The blonde girl.
How she look? She got the boom boom?
Well, she's kind of,
She got the fatty or she got the wagon?
You don't know what I'm talking about? Hold on.
Jenny Boom Boom, fatty boom boom.
Hold on, let me show you.
Hey, fatty boom boom, where you at?
This interview right here.
Oh, hell no. Oh, shit. What up? I still love you, boom boom, but oh, shit. I still love you like a sister now.
Shout out to Jenny.
Jenny, I still love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like an auntie and sister.
No, but this is the first time you and I really got to do a real interview, man. And listen, I've always been a fan. I've always admired what you pulled off. And like to come out of prison after that many years and to get back to work and to still have fans, still do shows, still have artists reaching out to you and still doing your thing. You look happy, you look healthy, you're getting involved in diversifying your business, doing other stuff outside of just hip hop because, look, you could have a hit song and you can tour off it for a long time, but at some point you have to figure out other ways to make money.
I tell people
that's what you're doing right now, it seems.
You tell me one person that made $1 billion off a song.
Nobody.
People did, but not a rapper, not artists.
Well, yeah.
They make billions off of product
Michael
and
Jackson.
development. Product and development. Oh, yeah, probably.
No, but I mean, in rap, if you look at all the billionaires, they all had to go outside of rap.
Product and development.
Jay-Z had to go into liquor. Diddy had to go into liquor.
Nas went into tech.
Dr. Dre went into tech.
Oh, yeah, Jay.
Beats by Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, everyone has to do something
even some of the
outside of
athletes, right? Even the athletes.
Even a lot of the athletes.
Michael Jordan, sneakers, clothes.
Yeah, Michael Jordan made most of his money from Nike, not from the Bulls, not from the NBA.
So I be telling people that's what I be chasing. That's what I'm after right now. So that's what it.
Well, congratulations, man. Glad we finally got to do it. And look, man, like you came from an area where out of everyone around you, you're the one that made it. You're the one that made it, and you did your best to try to bring your neighborhood with you. You did your best.
Sometimes it's like everybody can't go, and we see the story all the time, man. And then even from the first ones, we was the second wave. I think the first wave was even Lil Durk and Chief and them was the first wave of our generation.
Yeah.
And then we came, you know what I'm saying? But as you see, you can't bring I'm telling young boys, you can't bring everybody with you, bro. And then sometimes you got to tell the guys that's coming with you, they're like going to college again, because right now everything they learned in the hood, they got to erase that and then learn a whole bunch of other new in order to manage you or in order to stay, keep around and make money with you. So I tell the guys from the hood to make sure that the guys you bringing with you is on that timing, or else it ain't gonna work.
Well, you see this all the time.
Because we not explained this.
Yeah.
Nobody tells us this. Like, yo,
Right.
if y'all coming into this game, you got to tell your homies. So when they in the thing, yo, we about to sign this deal. Y'all know y'all got to stop that. Y'all got to start doing this now. You got to start learning this now. And then they got to start expecting going to ask questions like, you know what? Let me start chilling with the older managers and see what they know and to know how to move and all of that. But they're not even going in like that because we not taught that type of.
Yeah, but the story, like Whack 100, he said something interesting on my show recently. He said, if you try to bring the black with you, you'll end up in a cell block. Agreed?
Because why? Because what we taught. So the things that I know right now, I do venture capital. You ask a black person about venture, somebody from the hood, sometimes they gonna be like, what the venture capital?
They don't know what that is, yeah.
They don't even know about raising money. We're raising money for funds and doing this and getting 2 and 20s. And I'm learning all this through my tech. And my CEOs.
Hold on. Well, let's not even talk about venture capital and raising money. You ask a typical person from a neighborhood like that, and I've had conversations with people like this on my show, about basic stock investing, about the S&P 500. You know what I mean? Just very simple stuff, and they don't know anything about it. Anything. And sometimes these are guys that are also millionaires by that point and still don't know basic financial literacy.
You know what's the difference? It's the difference between guys with money and a boss.
Yeah.
I learned that from one of my CEOs. They like 23, 24, right? And
okay.
But they tech guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how the techies, the young CEOs, these like 23, 24, and they running up 40, 50, $100 million companies, right? And I learned that from him where there's difference between somebody with a money and a boss, because our idea was he came in, he got a company that's probably, one of the companies worth like $100 million, right? And he's 23, 24. They came in with no money from the hood. When one of my next CEOs too, he's like 26, 28. He came in with no money. The company's worth $40 million, right? And they raised this from their mind state, from putting a blueprint together, putting a pitch deck together. And we not taught that type of shit, Vlad.
Yep.
You ask my age about the business, they gonna tell you what? I bet you they tell you about that new Louis drop. I say, nigga, crazy.
And that's too bad.
And that's too bad. The new Louis bag. Right. Nigga crazy.
Well, because here's the thing, right? And I know about this from personal experience, is that if you don't understand how to invest your money and it's just sitting there, you're gonna end up spending it. You're gonna end up buying a car.
They're gonna end up
buying
gambling, jewelry.
You're gonna gamble it. You're gonna spend it on girls. You're gonna end up buying designer clothes with it. You're gonna end up buying jewelry with it, and before you know it, it's all gone. Whereas if you know how to invest it, which I learned once I really started making money, you don't want to buy some of this stuff because you realize for every $10,000 you spend on a Louis jacket, you could have turned that into $20,000 or $30,000 investing it in stocks or other investments. So you don't want to spend that money because you know you're actually losing money by doing that.
Crypto's lit. I'm telling people crypto.
Yeah, and I know people, my man Willie D has made millions off crypto, and that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you invest it, whether it's stocks, real estate, crypto, but you need to learn how to invest your money, because if you don't invest your money, if your money doesn't work for you, you'll end up working until the day you die.
You got to have a return. They got to think ROI and equity.
Exactly.
They don't know
investment.
ROIs and equities, but I try to tell them, but they don't want that when you
they don't want to hear it, man.
I shut the fuck up and say buy the bottles. I shut the fuck up and say buy the bottles, man.
Yeah.
Get the bottles.
No, listen, and here's the thing, like
he laughing. I said, what bottle you want? Yeah.
having a Benz is not a sign of success. That is something that's losing money every day. Having custom jewelry is not a sign of success. It's cool to have. Listen, I drive nice cars. I have jewelry, but it's not a sign of success. My investment portfolio is my sign of success. My company that makes money is a sign of success.
And I told people, like, when we first came home, me and my friends, right? We got some money, and one of my friends went and bought a house. I went and invested my money. Mm-hmm. And they be asking me, like, yo, how you still be making money all the time? I still make money. Yeah, I still make money there. The people in the music label, like, boom, for instance, when I first came home, they gave me like $2 million, then I made $3 million. And they was like, the label was like, how the fuck you just? Cause I learned other ways to make money. And I told people like, music wasn't my plan. I was just 8 foot tall and they like, yo, I give you $50 million a dunk.
Yeah, I mean, you had a song that went viral essentially.
So it's like Shaq.
Yeah.
It's like being Shaq, right?
Yeah.
It's like saying, you so big, I'm gonna give you a contract. I was the guy in the hood. I was the personality. I'm the guy on the block making all the noise, laughing, doing this and that. So they're like, yo, if you do this, you can take off. So even the conversation I had with you earlier about the other shit I'm about to do, we ain't gonna talk about that now. But that's how it's, you know?
Yep. That's what it is. Bobby Shmurda. Congrats on everything, man. And, man, you still got a lot of story left, man. Looking forward to see what you're doing next.
I appreciate you.
That's what it is. Peace.